What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Kyle's Gaming. It's your boy Kyle, and in today's video, guys, I'm going to be counting down my picks for the top 5 ultimate chicken horse courses. Now, yes, I do definitely understand that this is a bit of an odd and definitely a bit of a different top 5 that I'm going to be doing, like a whole different subject and everything. But, I mean, it's still video games. I think it's pretty popular right now. Not nearly as popular as Among Us, which, holy cow, that is such an awesome game. But it is definitely one that I love playing with my friends and multiplayer, so I figured I would go back on what I think are the top 5 best courses that it has to offer. So remember, guys, it's just my personal opinion. We can agree to disagree. Without further ado, let us get started with this video. Kicking off our list at number 5, we have Pyramid. Now, this is definitely one of my all-time favorites, obviously, because it's on this top 5 list, but no, I just mean, like, personally, this is, like, one of my absolute favorites. There are so many good maps, but this is one of my personal favorites and has a special place in my heart. I don't exactly know what it is. I mean, in all honesty, I would say that this is a diamond in the rough. This is a really awesome map, kind of in a maybe not too well known and not hugely popular game because of like Among Us and some other multiplayer games going on right now, like Minecraft, maybe Rainbow Six Siege, Call of Duty. But this is definitely a really awesome map. I mean, what exactly does it have going for it? Well, I do think that the two special traps, the quicksand trap as well as the crushing claws of the Sphinx, really do add a bit of a challenge to this map. Now, it is not necessarily hugely difficult. I have come to find out from personal experience playing with my friends. It's not hugely difficult. It is rather easy to be able to, first of all, climb the pyramid and make it out of the pyramid, jump over the quicksand trap, and avoid the claws of the Sphinx. But obviously, you are still going to have your opponent's traps to be making it a lot harder to be able to make it over to the flag on the other side of the map. So while it is not hugely difficult, I do think that it is a lot of fun to try and a lot of fun to try and get past all the different traps and still make it over the pyramid and everything. And honestly, it is just a map that is more than deserving of our number 5 spot. But believe me, it is a bit too easy, which is why it's at number 5. It's not hugely difficult. It's really easy, so it had to come in at number 5 for that reason. But I would definitely recommend this map as a pretty good map to kind of start out with if you're new to the game. Moving on down to the number 4 spot on our list, guys, we have Waterfall. Now, believe me, Waterfall is also one of my personal favorites, but I would say that it's not as much of one as Pyramid, but it is a favorite among my friends, and I think the community probably does love it just as well. So let's take a look at Waterfall. So first, let me just get this out of the way. No, the water from the waterfall does not push you down and make you fall to your death. You're not going to die if you actually touch the water from the waterfall and fall down. It's not possible. But the thing that I really like about this map is the fact that there's no platforms. I mean, technically there's, of course, the starting area, that little cave down there, and then there's the cliff. And then, of course, you have the tree with the flag in it in that area. So there is somewhat of a platform, but the thing is you have to build your own platforms to be able to make it up there. And that's the part that I really love about this map, is that it really challenges you upon not just necessarily your skill, but like your patience and your timing. Like, for example, say that people have like the door that opens, or they have the that almost like the Ferris wheel thing that has the 4 metal platforms on it, that spinny thing. Oh, that thing's actually really good for that. So yeah, just the fact that you have to be able to make your own platforms and be able to jump to each of those while also avoiding traps from your opponents that will be put onto those platforms. And of course, avoid any traps that may keep you from trying to get to the flag. It is just, I don't really know how else to explain it. I don't really know what words to use other than awesome, fun, and maybe wet. Just because it's a waterfall, maybe wet. But Yeah, otherwise this is definitely one that I would recommend, as it really just challenges like your skill and your timing with parkour, and waiting for the exact moment, the exact speed, and the exact time to like hit the button so that you can jump. And for that reason alone, it had to come in at number 4 on this list. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we have Crumbling Bridge. Now, this is one of the sort of newer maps, as this is one of the later maps that you will end up receiving from the mystery boxes, but it is nonetheless a really fun and honestly just a really interesting and intriguing map. So let's kind of look at this here. So you know those platforms that are gray, they're made out of the like concrete or something, and if you jump on them or you stand on them for too long, they'll crumble. That is basically what Crumbling Bridge is made out of. That's the entirety of this map. The way that it works is if you are standing on the concrete for too long or you jump too many times, it will start to break, which means that you will eventually have to build your own platforms to be able to get across the map. And that's honestly the thing that I really love about this map that puts it in at number 3, is the fact that just like with Waterfall, you have to build your own platforms and you have to time everything just right, but also that this is one map out of 2 that do this. And when I do the top 5 worst of these maps, I'll kind of go over which one is the worst one, but as of right now, I'm talking about the better one. So this is the good one, in which it basically starts out easy and then gets harder as you progress and as the rounds continue on. Because at first you have an entire bridge. 1-2 rounds are not going to make it crumble unless you have that one person that just decides, hey, I'm going to be a jerk and just keep jumping and everything, and is just going to ruin the map for everybody else so that you have to build the platform sooner. It's basically you have your entire map for at least 2, maybe 3 rounds, and then you do start to lose more and more of your map, and you have to rely on platforms that may or may not show up in the party box. So that is definitely something that I really enjoyed about this map. I thought was really innovative and inventive on the creator's part, and it is more than deserving of our number 3 spot. And coming in at the number 2 spot on our list, guys, we have Volcano. Now, let me just go ahead and say this. It was really difficult for me to choose between this and the number 1 spot, but believe me, I definitely have my reasons why I chose number 1 and why I like number 1 a lot more, but we're going to be focusing on number 2 right now, obviously. So let's go. Now, let me just go ahead and say this about this. This is probably my favorite just in terms of like colors and, design and everything, because they made it look like the inside of a real volcano, and just the attention to detail with the lava and the rocks, the magma, the black, the red, the orange, a few hints of yellow. It is just so on point with the colors and everything, and keeping it still, of course, cartoony and kid-friendly and everything. I thought that was just so awesome. So, hey, my hats off to the designers and the creators and everything. You guys did an awesome job designing this level. Now, the thing about it in terms of gameplay is the 3 rising platforms, or like the 3 rising magma rocks. So the way it works is that the first one will only go up just a little bit. The second one will go up about a medium amount, like halfway through the level. And then the last one will take you all the way up to the flag platform. But of course, you've got your 3 opponents who are going to use their traps to screw that up for you. But the other thing about it is you have a constant trap all around you, and it is called lava. Yes, absolutely. I mean, come on, it's inside a volcano. How could there not be lava? They're not gonna pull that Spy Kids 3 game over crap where it's cold lava and you survive. Like, good God. But anyways, the point is the level design, the detail, the platforms, and honestly just the immense amount of fun that it is, and how careful you have to be with like your timing, your skill, just all of it really makes this an awesome map, but not awesome enough to take the number 1 spot. So let's move on and see what is in store for us at number 1. But just before we get to the number 1 spot, let's take a look at a couple of honorable mentions. Old Mansion, because who wouldn't want to end up crushing their opponents with an elevator? Windmill, when a moving target can be both innovative and frustrating all at the same time. And coming in at number 1 on our list of the top 5 ultimate chicken horse courses, we have Metal Plant. I honestly cannot choose just one reason and just one factor above all the rest that makes this number 1 material. Is it the constantly moving platforms that are not very big, so you have to be careful with your jumps and in timing and everything? Is it the honey that is just automatically on a bunch of the boxes, making it just incredibly possible for people to put traps like arrows and the hockey things and all kinds of other stuff on them in order to kill you much more easily? Or is it the fact that the goal itself is constantly moving side to side, so you have to sometimes replan as you are making your way up to the goal? So there's just so much to love about this map in terms of its gameplay. And just like with Volcano, the attention to detail is like really cool. And I did think that the moving platforms thing was definitely a game changer. Like when me and my friends would play on all the other maps, it really wasn't that different. Yeah, you had some moving platforms from the party box, but nothing on the map really moved all that much. But you play on this and you have to like choose specific boxes, jump to them at specific times. Your timing has to be on point. And that's one of the great things about this, is it will challenge your timing, your patience, and most of all, your skill. And that, in my opinion, is what makes this the best ultimate chicken horse course of all time. Now, obviously, that's just what I think is the best of all time. Everybody has their own opinions, and, you know, I probably ended up missing a few really good ones. So, you know, if you want to, you can leave me a comment right down below telling me what you think your favorite one is, and who knows, maybe there will be another top 5 best, although I don't really think there's going to be too many other ones to choose from, since I'll be doing a top 5 best here and then, you know, the top 5 worst and everything. So not a whole lot to choose from. But anyways, guys, number 1, Metal Plant. It is the best, in my opinion. Well, guys, that is going to do it for me on this top 5. I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you did enjoy this video, do not forget to leave a like, and please subscribe to the channel for new videos posted on a regular basis. And do not forget to hit the notification bell in the corner so that you can stay up to date with all my new content when it comes out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have an awesome day, and I will be seeing you guys next time.